Hey, this is Cheryl Spengler. I'm going to try to keep this really short and sweet, but there is so much to say. This video is going to show you how to add schema markup code to your ClickFunnels page. Now, I have a bunch of pages where I've added it and some that I haven't. I recently did a site. I'm going to go ahead and add it to his. I might create another video doing this faster, but this is the first time I'm going to use this one new tool, and it's a lot better. And so anyway, if you want to know more about schema markup code, go to schema.org, but we're not going to go read all that. So basically there are 3 steps to doing this. There's the Schema Markup Generator, which is what I'm using right now. And this is specifically something that is going to allow me to create the markup code for ClickFunnels. And in order to be ClickFunnels, compatible and happy, it uses the JSON code. So there are basically 3 steps to adding markup code to ClickFunnels. Number 1 is you go to the generator link and you create the markup code, making sure there's no errors. 2, you paste the code into ClickFunnels, and 3, you test the code on that page. So before we get started, I want to test the page that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to give you insight into everything that I'm using. First of all, inside my ClickFunnels is the Ben Bonita official author speaker coach page. So I recently did this site. It does not have any schema markup, and we can tell by going to you can literally go to Google and just Google structured data testing tool, and it comes up with this. And this is the Google structured data testing tool. Real quick, let me just tell you what schema markup is. Before schema markup code, everyone was ranked on Google based on the SERP, which is SERP, search engine results page. And people would pay to be higher on the search page, and then that's how they did it. And now you can do a variety of things. So schema markup tells the search engines, the search engine results page, what your data means, not just what it says. And so if you have like all these keywords, the actual words on your website is what gets ranked in the search engine results page, but SERP actually tells what your data means to an end user instead of just randomly just showing them all your data. So the schema markup code, it's like a vocabulary that puts your website, that you put on your website to help search engines return more information to the user. That's the whole point, is so that someone and I'll show you what that means. So the important thing to know is that right now, 1/3 of Google's search results incorporate this SERPA code, but 1/3, only 1/3, which includes basically 1/3 of them used schema markup. In other words, there's millions of websites missing out on a huge source of SEO potential. And if you use schema markup, you'll automatically have a leg up the majority of your competition, because people either don't know what it is and they don't know how to add it. Inherently, ClickFunnels is really not SEO savvy. You have to actually add code in order to make ClickFunnels pages and sites show up at the top of search engines. So right now I'm at the Google structured data testing tool. And my goal here is to just put in the website that I'm about to do to show you that there's nothing, there's no schema markup in there. Disseminated.com comes up with all the code of the site that I created, and literally detected no schema markup. So we'll go back as soon as I add stuff, and then you'll see how it will appear. So that's the first thing, is you need to be able to test it at the end. Okay, so now we're going to go to a markup. Now, just to show you real quick, in this video, if you scroll down to the bottom information in the video, I'm going to paste these 4 links. And the link that I'm using today is technicalseo.com/SEO tools/schema markup generator. Any of these work, but today I'm going to use a different one, which is the first one on this list. And all of these I'm going to put in the bottom of this video. So I'm going to go to this first, technical SEO, and it shows up right here. And So just so you know, like you can create the search engine results page information here. Okay, this is the older way. This is the original way. You can do that too. And by putting this information in, it will allow search engines to appear, to the content to appear like that. I mean, you can put this code in ClickFunnels as well. Okay, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do a separate video on how to add Google SERP snippet. We'll do both. But today is about the Schema Generator. So we'll come back to that. Schema Generator, click on this over here. And which schema.org markup would you like to create? So basically, schema is a vocabulary that pertains to a type of site in the way that people want to see it. And so whether you've got a how-to page, an FAQ page, you know, like per landing page should have different information on it. We're going to do organization. The top two that you literally could just use these two is organization, okay, or product. Okay, you're either selling a service or product, or you have an organization. So we're going to do organization. So you can see that when I fill in these blanks, the code's going to be created on the right. The organization is let's put organization, more specific type. And Benita, author, speaker, coach. The URL. Now you already need the website created at this point, okay? So you need to have gone into your ClickFunnels, created your site. ClickFunnels has basic SEO. I'm going to show you when we go to paste this in, but it's just very basic. It just allows you to put like a social image, a title, and some keywords, which, by the way, will barely put you in the top 3 pages of Google. The social profile, we're going to do Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, and then it gives you links. Now, logo URL. If these aren't filled in, you're going to get errors. I actually need to go to my ClickFunnels where I have uploaded his logo and get the URL for that logo. If you don't have it on your ClickFunnels, but you have a logo for the business or corporation or whatever that you're putting this information in for, you would want to upload it to Google and just get a Google URL. But I actually have it. If you go to ClickFunnels and you go down to digital assets on the left, these are like everything I've ever uploaded. And I will go to, I didn't actually upload his logo, but I will now. So you're going to learn this little extra thing. Let's see. Here's it, Benita logo. It's the PNG file. This is like his, we'll just go with this one. Benita logo. Just ClickFunnels adding an asset. All you're doing is getting it on the internet so you can get a link to it. Go down here and say copy asset path. Okay, so then it's there it is on the internet. So just gave it a location to pull that logo. Okay, add content. Okay, so basically his Facebook. Now here's what I'm going to do to make this easy for myself. I'm going to go to the page and I'm going to scroll down where he has a social media. He has a lot of comments here. I'm going to go down where he has a social media and I'm going to go right click, copy link address. because I just want to add it and I don't remember everything right away. There's his Facebook, and I'm going to copy link address for his Twitter. You want to take time and be very thorough because this is going to be amazing. And it's going to improve his ranking significantly. And you can see everything I add, it's adding the code down there. Organization, logo, corporate context, social links. Okay, there you go. I mean, everything's pretty much added. Now you can add other things like reviews. You can literally add like 5-star reviews. Let me see here 1 second. I can do YouTube. Let me do YouTube. He's got a YouTube. Copy link. Go back. Drop the link to the YouTube. What else we got? We got LinkedIn, SoundCloud if you have a podcast, the website in general, which is the website, but might as well just repeat it. Okay. This is contact information, but you can also add reviews. I'll show you that later. We'll do like a second version of this. Okay, so now you've got all this code. Okay, and then you can literally just copy this code. Okay, see here, JSON copied to clipboard. Then you go to your ClickFunnels page, the one that you want to add. Now, if your ClickFunnels site has 13 pages, you will need to add this to each page. I'm going to open up the Benvenita official site. Now, this is a page I haven't finished yet, which is his free book funnel. If you want a copy of that, send me a message at cheryl@cherylspangler.com. I offer a link to give people my free book funnel, and it's freaking amazing. Okay. And so only thing he has right now is hi and a thank you. And so we're going to go ahead and open this up. On this page, I've tried to keep pretty much everything about his page on one page. This was purposely created so that all of the links take you to within the page. We wanted this very, very simple. He offers coaching tips and he does speaking, and that his goal is to I'll show you like just as a side thing. His goal is to book himself to speaking events. All right, so basically right here, so I'm going to tell you real quick. The only SEO ClickFunnels offers with the program you buy is if you go to settings, SEO meta tag. This is it. You can add a title. You can add what a the description of the page and see how it shows up right here. This is the same built into ClickFunnels as SERP, search engine results page. This is the same. So just as an example, if you're in here to this tool and you're like, oh, SERP simulator, it's built in to ClickFunnels already. That's this, the title, the description, keywords, which I've got like thousands of keywords. I use a generator to do that. And a social image that you have to create separately and then upload. And this is basically like what Google will show. So this is typical SERP, search engine results page, which, like I said, ClickFunnels by default is not at the top of Google, even when you put in the search engine results page information. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to settings and we're going to say tracking code. This is the tracking code of each individual page. He just happens to have his entire site on one page. And we're going to add the header code. And I'm going to paste the code that I copied from the Schema Markup generator. Okay, now you can go back into the Schema Markup generator, press enter, and make a new one with different information and paste and paste and paste and paste. And the purpose of that is that you would show up all these different ways for the end user. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So what I mean is, like, we just created this code for the organization, but what if I want to create it for just the person? This is a completely different little schema markup code segment that you can add. You know, and we can do that. We can do, let's just do that right now. Benvenida picture URL. Again, you're going to either need to upload a picture to Google, or in my example, I would need to go to an asset and pull the link to that. Your social profiles, the job title, the company. But see, I already have a lot of that in what I just created. So one of the things you probably want to do a variety of these schema markup code generators, and then you basically just paste them one after the other into the header tag information on your one page. But let's see, recipe, no, product, here, product, because here's what I want to do on the product. You can add reviews. So you can add reviews. Let me go back. I didn't want to click out of that. You can say add review. You can say like, so you want to fill in all this information. This is if you have a product or service. Well, he just happens to have a service. And his service is life coaching, and he also books for speaking events. So you'd want to go through and fill in all this information and then add a review. So what this does is actually adds a 5-star review to Google. I'm going to do a separate video on how to add a review to your schema markup code, and then we'll go through that because I want these videos to be a little bit shorter. Right now, I just want to show you create schema markup, code, copy, paste to ClickFunnels in settings, tracking code. And don't forget, after you paste it, you can create more and paste and paste and paste. You can do lots of them, and it'll just show up even more in Google. And so then let's close this and just save it again. So, you know, some people say there's a delay in the time that the markup code becomes available to track on the internet, and sometimes they say it's not. But I want to, first thing I want to do is I want to go into the thank you page because that is functioning right now. And I want to add the same code to the thank you page because you have to make sure, see how I have everything. You just want to add it to every page, okay? This video is getting long. I'm going to end it soon. And let's go back to the testing. So let's go to the structured data testing tool and say, let's do a new test. benvenida.com. So now here it pulled in my schema markup code. The organization is Benvenida Author Speaker Coach, his website. He's got a logo that will populate, and the Facebook, the Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and his website. So that's one thing. So let me just look at one thing real quick. Let's see if you search gallery. No, I don't want to get off track. Okay, so here you can see that it is working. This is what it looked like when we first started. When you go to the tool, I'm just trying to like be a little repetitive so you guys don't like get lost here. The testing tool simply has one function, and that is you put in your website, you run test, and it says, do I have schema markup code or not? If you want to know what your competitors are doing and adding, go to their page, go to grab their URL, put it into the tester, and see what pops up, and then say, I should add all these things on my page. Okay, so that's it. It's basically added. And that's it for this video. Okay, so as far as he's concerned, it's added, and he's got more SEO now than millions and millions of websites, and will show up first on Google, guarantee, when people search any of those things. Plus, it'll show up very user-friendly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for schema markup code, adding a review to your ClickFunnels site.